Hi, I'm Edison, and welcome to Femmes React. I'm watching The Eclipse episode 7. Thank you for joining me again if you're still continuing on. Thank you for supporting this channel. Before we start, I think there's just something I want to bring up and acknowledge and just think about. And it's just, I feel like so far along this journey of watching this show, I've been sort of like wondering about the believability of certain topics and attitudes of this show. And then I think I should recognize just like my bubble, a little bit of privilege in that I'm able to be in this deluded state of mind where I feel like the world has somehow moved on from homophobia. I don't know if this makes sense, but like I think I just assumed the world was in a better place post-Trump. Australia has marriage equality. And I think in a lot of BLs, there isn't homophobia in like Thai BLs, so I just assumed, or at least I read a comment on one of the channels, on the channel somewhere where people were like, homophobia doesn't exist in Thailand. And so it was just like reminding myself, watching a specific episode of His Man, but even getting like this stray comment on our channel, it's just like femphobia, homophobia still exists. People bullying Earth, Kuhart on his new show, my only 12%, for being too feminine, from within the own community or from BL watchers, it's ridiculous to me that it still exists, that femphobia and that homophobia. The idea that femme guys, camp guys, the katois or whatever they're called, us who are a bit more flamboyant, are looked down upon and not respected in society still is a major issue. I want to acknowledge me just being a bit more ignorant to the reality that that's still happening and, understanding that I should be more sensitive to it. That's why the show is good, because director is trans. They're giving the femme characters a specific spot in the show and which is the activists and the people fighting for their rights and the ones who are getting bullied. And I think it's really important that in order to create progress in society, and it's not something that BLs often do, is address political issues or try and have a political agenda, but for this show at least, it's important to acknowledge that we are getting femme characters with storyline and depth instead of just being a one-note stereotype or character and not necessarily the butt of a joke, which further perpetuates that you're just a laughing stock of society. And I know there are some BLs that are, we're currently watching Secret Crush on You, which, humanizes the femme characters even more, but I am looking forward to BLs that do, when they come out, how they treat their femme characters and if they're in the lead, because that is a really great way to humanize them and show that there's depth and not just a stereotype or a caricature there. It is unfortunate that in BLs there's a lot of, I don't know if it's like masking up of the character or just a lot of acceptable queerness in terms of what's, acceptable mainstream. I think there's an issue where there's a certain type of queer or gay relationship. You saw it in Lovely Writer, for example, that they were casting and they weren't allowed to just, cast these overly camp guys because it wasn't going to make for romantic interest. And I think that's problematic that the show called it out, but I don't know if the industry is doing enough to address it. But yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. I probably have been a bit insensitive to, I guess, the struggles. I know I was a bit harsh on the Well Remembered script because they had boyfriends and I was bitter as heck. I mean, I was like, are you really struggling? And I should take that back because having boyfriends does not nullify, having society look down on you. So my frustration and my immaturity still manifests. I'm only human too, and I'm still learning. So yeah, anyways, episode 6 of The Eclipse. I'm just pretty tired, zoned out and tired, so I'm just gonna do my best to remember, and even that sort of conversation took a bit out of me. But episode 6, Kao Tsung and First, they finally kissed, which is victorious, because it finally feels like they're letting each other be vulnerable, and there's been not so much not letting each other inside and into their thoughts and be intimate with each other and trust each other, and I think the trust is really important to see. It's interesting to see how that grows, but I really hope something happens with the eclipse now that it's very close. I think I will say that I was glad that the kiss that First did was, I think, on the cheek, as in like a caring kiss. Like he was trying to reassure him. Don't tell me. Don't tell me that was all imagination. Am I mad? Was that even imagine? Was that whole makeout session imagination? I'm mad. Sorry. I wanna. Oh, I don't know. Is it? It's not, right? Can they literally not do that? Oh my god. I don't even know. Was it real or not? I mean, Kaltung did cry in his arms, so it must have been real, right? No, Kaltung's crying not in his arms. I'm so confused. What was that cut? Ugh, God. I don't know. I just don't think you can do a scene, sensationalize it for views and hype, and then retcon it and be like, it was just in the mind. I thought we were like getting somewhere.
มึงนี่ตื่นมาก็กวนตีนกูเลยนะทีเมื่อคืนมึงร้องไห้เป็นหมาหงอยอ่ะกูยังไม่พูดเลยนะ
That's not cute.
ร้องไห้เหรอ
Alright, I know I call her Gloria. Like, what is she still doing? We don't know what her purpose is.
พวกแม่งทำไมไม่เขียนสักทีวะ
Oh, finally, he gets some screen time. Namo.
ทำไมอาหารซุปเปอร์โลไม่เล่นพวกแม่งสักทีวะ
Okay, that's what Namo's role is. He's kind of the extremist, right? Like, he's the most brainwashed, the most in the cult, you know? The most fanatic type of dude. I can't believe Namo he was in a different show with Kaltung as his boyfriend. That 55-15 show? That's so trippy. Okay, so is he like a warning of, you know, how first should not be like?
วันนี้ไม่โพสอะไรเหรอ
Oh, I totally forgot. I mean, I didn't forget about Bruce Wayne, but like, what the heck? Like, this is Neo, right?
ไม่รู้จะโพสอะไรดี
Why is Neo doing this? Neo's got Kaltung's diary, so has he read it yet? Does he know about the uncle and all that stuff, or?
แล้วมึงชอบไปทัวร์ดูแลมันดีๆนะ
Okay, but what if he likes Ark?
มันพวกชอบเก็บทุกอย่างไว้ในใจคนเดียวอะกูชอบ
You. This guy.
กูชอบที่มึงกล้าพูดกับกูแบบเนี้ยกูไม่ได้ชอบคนเดียวกับมึงแน่ๆสบายใจได้ สิทธิในการประท้วงคือสิทธิมนุษยชนขั้นพื้นฐานในสังคมประชาธิปไตยค่ะ
I mean, yes.
ต้องเห็นด้วยกับพวกเรานะคะแค่เคารพ
Yes.
สิทธิเสรีภาพในการแสดงความคิดเห็นของพวกเราก็พอค่ะ
Yes.
ใช่ค่ะ
เฮ้ยเสรีภาพเชี่ยอะไรวะ พวกมึงแม่งนอกคอกอ่ะ
Oh my god.
นี่นานีเนียนมึงกลัวเปล่าวะไม่กลัวค่ะเดี๋ยวฟังพวกมันประท้วงต่อไปเลยชูสูตรแม่งก็เพลงจะตายห่าแถมแม่งยังไม่เข้ากับประเทศไทยอีกยกเลิกแม่งไปเลยเฮ้ยกูไม่อยากใส่สูตรสุพะโลละ
Ooh, okay, some
ไม่ไหว
traction.
แล้ว ร้อนชิบหาย ใครจะใส่ก็ใส่ กูไม่ใส่แล้ว
นี่มันสิทธิขั้นพื้นฐานของพวกหนูตามพระราชบัญญัติการศึกษาแห่งชาตินะคะอาจารย์ใช่ค่ะ โรงเรียนเป็นสถานที่ปลอดภัยเหมาะสมกับทุกคน และมีวัฒนธรรมการพัฒนาเรื่องสิทธิมนุษยชนค่ะ นักเรียนมีสิทธิ์ที่จะแสดงออกในโรงเรียน และมีสิทธิ์ที่จะแสดงความคิดเห็นในโลกโซเชียลมีเดียนะคะ
Okay.
และพวกเธอได้อ่านหรือเปล่าว่าเขาได้เขียนกำหนดไว้ด้วยว่า นักเรียนจะมีสิทธิตราบเท่าที่การกระทำนั้นๆไม่ส่งผลกระทบต่อสิทธิผู้อื่น หรือขัดแย้งกับกฎระเบียบของโรงเรียน ซึ่งเป็นไปตามกฎของกระทรวง และตอนนี้พวกเธอกำลังละเมิดสิทธิของคนอื่น ที่จะเรียนอย่างสงบจากที่รบกวนพวกเธอ และตอนนี้พวกเธอกำลังทำผิดกฎของสุโบโรด้วย ใช่ไหมอาจารย์สินิ
Oh, you don't need her to back you up. It was a respectful attempt.
กูว่าเริ่มเห็นด้วยนะเว้ย
เฮ้ย เราเป็นผู้คุมกฎนะเว้ยมึงคิดแบบนั้นไม่ได้
คนที่เขาเห็นต่างจากพวกเราอ่ะเขามักจะอ่านหนังสือ
ดูหนัง หรือไม่ก็เสพศิลปะที่มันต่างจากพวกเราเว้ย
เหรอวะ
you are what you eat อะกินอะไรก็ได้อย่างนั้น
Interesting. I have not read this book, but I did, I think, Wikipedia after seeing Cartoon read it on the show. Alright, I don't have to read it because I've got the summary.
1984เนี่ยมันเป็นเรื่องของเมืองในอนาคตที่รัฐบาลในยุคนั้นเนี่ยนะครับพยายามสอดส่องประชาชนไม่ให้มีสิทธิ์มีเสียงไม่ให้แบบมีความคิดเป็นของตัวเองเลยอะไรอย่างเงี้ยนะครับ
เจอหนังสือเล่มนี้เข้าไปอ่ะเบิกเนตรเลยปะ
มึงว่าชีวิตจริงเราจะมีคนที่โดนล้างสมองแบบพระเอกในหนังสือเล่มนี้เปล่าวะ
มึงไง
อีสัตว์นี่
What? He's just saying the truth. I mean, don't get mad. You asked the question.
มึงเลิกหรอ
When is the eclipse coming?
แล้วทำไมไม่แต่ง
ไอ้วัด ไอ้คัน มันมาไงวะ ทำไมมึงถึงเข้ามาอะไรที่นี่วะ มึงมีเป้าหมายอะไรกันแน่
Huh? What? What? This is the context of this show is losing me a little bit. Okay, so first is going home for a little holiday, and then Carlton crashes it with his friends. What? When are we getting to the eclipse? I'm so confused. How did he hitchhike?
มันมาไงวะ
เหาะมามั้งมันดักรอหน้าโรงเรียนกับไอ้โมอ่ะบอกไม่มีกลุ่มให้กูทิ้งมันก็กระไรอยู่กูเลยพามาด้วย
Huh?
พวกมึงถามกูสักคำไหมวะ
เอ้ยมึงจะซีเรียสทำไมวะเพื่อนมาคบๆแม่งสนุกดีออกใช่ไหม
Wait, even Namo is
ออกมา
here?
กูเหนื่อย
That's so random. Is this an assignment? What's going on?
ออกมา
Carlton needs to go back to playing cute roles. I feel like that's his strength. Is this like the beach episode? Like, for BLs? Do we somehow get ourselves to the
นี่ได้
beach?
ปะวะ
All the gays are noticing the looks. Oh my god, it's Neo being Neo. Classic Neo. I wish I knew what was going on. Like, I don't know, I guess they're visiting first, but it seems like they have a school assignment to also do or something. Tung's hair looks so good here. I don't know why. It's all like, I don't know, anime-like and stuff. What is the vibe? What are we doing? Why are we all just looking out at sea? What's just going on? Oh no. You're in high school and you're the prefects. You're like what? I guess they're 18. They're 18.
รถเคลื่อนที่มาด้วยความเร็ว 200 กิโลเมตรต่อชั่วโมง
ยังไงต่อ
เบรกไม่ทัน ชน
Oh my god, this is giving me vice versa flashbacks and I don't want that right now. Neo.
ไม่เป็นไรนะใจเย็นเหรียญอะมี2 ด้านเสมอ อาจารย์นิกา ใช่
They all knew Dika. Okay.
เอาใครต่อดีวะไอ้วัด
Interesting.
แต่ทีนี้กูไม่รู้อ่ะดิ
อาจารย์โชว์
This whole beach episode It's got me thrown. Okay. Where is this?
ขอโทษนะครับนะอายจะรีบตามหาความจริงให้ได้
In his mind.
อายสัญญา
I hope you do find the reason. I wonder what the reason is.
มึงมีคนที่แอบชอบเองวะ
In an all boys school? In an all boys school? Oh, everyone knows he's gay, I guess. So.
กูยอมมาโอ้แล้วมึงไม่ใจเลยอ่ะ
ทำไมมึงถึงเข้ามาอะไรที่นี่วะ มึงมีเป้าหมายอะไรกันแน่
Okay. That is a very tight tent. Don't you live here first? Why do you need to sleep in the tent as well? Like, isn't your house like right here? I can't imagine sharing a tent. Being so crowded like this.
สมุดบันทึกเล่มนั้นน่ะ กูเอาไว้ดูต่างหน้าถึงคนที่
มึงอ่อนแอได้นะเว้ย อย่างน้อยก็กับกู มึงเคยพูดกับกูว่ามึงทำได้ไหม
Oh gosh. They're really making Calton go through a lot of acting right now. He's crying. It's so awkward. They're just like, what?
ออกไปหาปลาลูก ออกไปเวลานี้แหละ เช้าๆก็กลับ
ก็พาเพื่อนลงเรือลำนี้ก็ได้ ไปกันใกล้ๆ นะ ลองดู
เติมได้ครับ
ขอบคุณครับ
ดูแลเพื่อนหน่อย
Oh, you can see he's obviously crying. Oh. They're back at the sea.
มึงนั่งดีๆนะเว้ย
Chonlati.
มีความสุขมากเลยดิ
Oh, it's so beautiful.
ดิเกาะรับมึงก็สวยเหมือนกันนะ
ก็กูบอกแล้วว่าสวย
อ่ะมึงจะเอาไงต่อเรื่องนั้นอ่ะ
No, he's still gonna bring up the curse.
ทำยังไงด้วยเหรอ
ต้องดิ มึงจะปล่อยให้คนเชื่อเรื่องอาถรรพ์แบบนี้เหรอ
กูรู้เว้ย
เรื่องคืนนั้นที่กูนอนฝันร้ายไง ที่มึงมานอนกอดปลอบกูอะ
มึงไม่ได้หลับอยู่เหรอ
ไม่ได้หลับ
ปอดเป็นโคตรสุดเลยว่ะ
มึงเงียบปากไปเลยนะ
I think the sound is a little off
ขึ้นเรือ
this episode.
ไปขึ้นเรือ
The boat in the middle of the ocean? How are you gonna get to it? Oh, y'all awake. Neo. Oh, Neo, what are you trying to do, Neo? Oh, that's suspicious, Neo. Oh, he's just really going for it. His lips, I mean, his nose is right at his lips. Golly. Gol. That was very close. Okay. Did they get a kiss before Cao Tong and first did? Are they holding hands? Oh my god. I would get so sick on this boat. Wow, how are they perfectly still in this frame? Oof. I can't handle all this movement. Huh? Where is this coming from? The sun is rising. There's no eclipse today. Why are we doing this? Babe, you gave us a kiss last episode, and then you're gonna like tease us this with this
บ
ending?
อกความรู้สึกของกู แล้วมึงก็บอกความรู้สึกของมึง
กุนซือของม็อบแก๊งพวกนั้นน่ะคือนายอายัน
มึงออกไป
Is he?
ไม่ว่ามึงจะทำอะไรต่ออ่ะ มึงรู้ใช่ไหม ยังไงกูว่าทีมมึง
Okay, episode 7 of the Eclipse. I don't know. I just don't feel like this episode made that much progress in terms of the storyline. Even though it was beautiful, it was really pretty and stuff like that. I feel like it was just the kind of beach episode jammed into the storyline. And I don't know, it didn't feel very like natural. Usually the beach episode is an opportunity for the characters to, I guess, escape the restrictions they normally face. You know, I think Bad Buddy, where they kind of didn't have to be held by the restrictions of society and their parents and stuff, and they could finally be themselves for a little moment in a different world, isolated from judgment. And so I don't know, it felt formulaic, but it didn't really hit the notes that I thought it would. I don't understand honestly the relationship that well, because it's just a weird mishmash to me, where first and Kaltung have parallel dynamics in terms of one moment they're butting heads about school stuff, then the next moment is like, hey, you can trust me, bro, like we are vulnerable with each other for a slight second. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it's transitioning anywhere smoothly. It's like bits of pieces. So yeah, I don't feel like this episode had too much going on for it besides the sneaky Neo maneuver, which is definitely like cute in terms of it would have been a fantasy, I think, for me to be, you know, have done that at sleepovers and stuff like that. But I know the Eclipse is really popular right now, and I really want to like it and enjoy it and love it. But I'm just I'm kind of like on the fence still. I thought last episode we were going somewhere in terms of the relationship and the storyline, and then we went backwards with this episode and at the start because it was all, you know, not real. We didn't get anywhere with exposing First for being the cursed person. We didn't get anywhere with the Eclipse. We got a reminder that Kaltung is trying to find the answers to why Dika felt like he needed to jump off the cliff. Oh well. Let me know what you think, everybody. Please leave this video a like. And yeah, we'll just keep watching the Eclipse so it goes. And please take care of yourself until then. Bye, everyone.